Lattimore, being a true freshman last year, is kind of taking over the #1 spot. Do they still the chemistry, is it still pretty good?
It's very good, and they're very close. And you can tell when you're riding around and you see them together on campus. You see them always around each other, and watching film together. They do all that stuff together. So, and also they teach the young guys. They're teaching them information, and that really helps me as a coach, and it helps our team too.
So no animosity on Kenny Miles' part.
No, and those guys compete. That don't mean there's not competition. They're competing as hard as possible, but they understand that we're in position too. And it's very important that every guy at our position know how to play well.
How would you rate Marcus's pass catching ability as a running back?
Very good. He has very good hands. He can catch out. He can line up outside of the box. He hadn't had a lot of drops, last season, and he doesn't drop the ball in practice, so he's done well.
Was that a surprise for you last year, or did you expect that?
Well, back at Burns, he caught a lot of passes, so I saw that he could catch the ball really well, and that's a part of his game that's improved the most, I think, since last season.
Coach, Corey Simmons is a guy nobody seems to be talking about at tight end, but what has his transition been like to offense?
Back in the spring, he really did a good job of understanding the offense, and he tried really hard to do things the right way. And he's just continuing on that same plane. He's doing really good the first 3 days of practice, but today's the first day in full pass, and we'll see as he goes through. But he's really competing hard.
And the freshman tight end, those two guys, how have they come in? What have your impressions been like of them?
Really good. It's a lot of information. They're taking in a lot of information really fast. The first 3 days of practice, it was a lot of blank stares sometimes, but now they're starting to get more comfortable and starting to realize this is how I need to do this thing for the success of the play. So they're doing well.
Can you talk a little bit, and you probably already answered this question, do you feel a whole lot better about your depth situation this year in the backfield?
Yes, I do. With the addition of Brandon Wiles and Sean Carson and Kenny's really had a good offseason. I mean, he's gotten up to 203 pounds, so you can tell he's stronger, and you can see it in pass protection and the way he's running the ball. So I think we got a lot of depth at the position.
Do you feel like the bowl game, it looked like he was kind of returning to all form in that game when he had to step into play, that momentum will carry over into this year for him?
Yes, and it carried through spring practice. He really competed well. He got a lot of reps in the spring, and he did well with those reps. But you could see it heading in bowl practice as we were preparing. I could see that, and I told him, hey, you're gonna play in that game. So he was ready to go, and he did a good job.